get it right. Welcome, everyone. This is your man, Ant.
It's your boy, KPGE.
And this is the Crypto Fix live here from the btminers office. What's going on? Long week.
Oh, man.
Cold day.
Cold day. Freezing day, man. Freezing. It's extremely cold, man. It's extremely cold. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Everybody's,
staying warm,
being safe, all that good stuff. Please, before we get into it, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you have not already. Please turn that notification bell on. All right, so we got a crazy topic for y'all today, man.
A lot of crazy things. But before we jump in those topics, right? Let you know, update on the KE3. We did receive confirmation that it will be shipping to us, but we don't have a solid date when we're going to be receiving it. Once we get that information, we'll definitely let you know. I know y'all probably see it everywhere on other YouTube platforms that Bitmain is shipping it out, but you said we haven't got no confirmation as of yet of our tracking number, so we can ship things out to the people. So like I said, once we get more information, we'll let everyone know. Yeah, and I made a mistake. We got a new camera set up, and I was testing it out. And you know what I forgot to do? Charge the damn camera.
Oh man.
So next Tuesday when you see us, we have a new camera, we have a new setup and everything. But I forgot to charge the camera. I didn't want the camera to go dead while we was live. So we're gonna have a new setup. You may see more of us instead of, shouldering. You'll see full body. I don't even want to see full view of us, but
it don't hurt.
It don't hurt. You get some eye candy out here.
Yeah. All right. So, according to NBCnews.com, a New Jersey man hired a hitman for $20,000 in Bitcoin to kill a 14-year-old, according to prosecutors.
All right. So much to unpack right there. That's so much. So this person. This is an adult, another 14-year-old.
This is an adult.
So this adult has a quarry of a 14-year-old. Paid another grown man $20K in Bitcoin.
They paid what's it called? A Hitman exchange. So it's like an online service because you didn't connect with the actual person that's going to do the job. You connect to like a facilitator.
Don't the police be tending to be hitmen? That's how they catch people.
We gonna get into that, but just the thought of the idea to even do that, like, bro, what?
Why a 14? What type of beef you have with a 14-year-old?
Pretty serious one.
That you want to pay $20 in Bitcoin. So
he want to pay $20,000 in Bitcoin, which at the time, which was 2015.
Is that 2015?
2015. So he paid 40 Bitcoin, which was the equivalent of $20,000 at the time.
And he just getting caught up now.
So they've been caught him, but how these court dates and everything take long.
Oh yeah, due to COVID. This is way before pre-COVID. This should have been to take care of.
Yeah. So it's just like cases like, so okay, if I do something wrong, I get arrested today, but my court date probably won't be until 2028. That's how they do it, you know what I'm saying?
I know that, but I just want to get that overshut case. Like, get it over.
Finally coming to. So, Mr. John Michael Mosbach, 31, of Haddonfield, pleaded guilty in Camden Federal Court. Mosbach is accused of exchanging sexually explicit photographs and videos with the then 13-year-old victim living in New York in the summer of 2015, according to prosecutors. Mosbach paid 40 Bitcoin, approximately $20,000 at that time in 2015. 40 Bitcoin was worth $20,000 for the hit. It turns out that the Hitman website was a scam.
Of course.
And then it was a scam, and the people running the website, they basically was trying to extort him for more money. So when Mosbach said no and he wants his money back, they were like, all right, so since you don't want to give us more money, we're going to tell law enforcement about you, whatever he's going to be, and he got caught up.
So I'm assuming he was sending explicit pictures to a young lady.
Yeah, I don't know if they, it's for protective purposes. They don't say if it's a male or female. However, it was 13, 14. Like,
so this grown man send
31-year-old.
Again, this grown man sends a picture of his meat to of his private part.
Whatever he sent, it's disgusting.
To this child.
It's disgusting.
The child probably, the child probably laughed at him. What is that?
Well, he really got caught up when the parents found out. You know what I'm saying?
So he wanted to kill the child.
He wanted to get it so that he wouldn't get exposed. So that's why he's like, okay.
Were you off the family then?
No, because the child had the information, and I guess sometimes kids don't want to give up everything to their parents, whatever the case may be. But he was trying to get the child clip for $20,000 in Bitcoin.
I would. How do a hit look like that? Do you make if someone paid you 20K in Bitcoin to do a hit? Is it on some Hitman stuff? Is it you make it like an accident, or you on some I'm gonna run up on you and bang bang?
It's not even worth it.
I'm just wondering how clean the hit gonna be.
There's hypothetically there's numerous ways or whatever.
I know numerous ways to skin a cat.
But like it's not even worth it.
I mean, I paid 20K.
What is that gonna do? Nothing. Not for what you're gonna do. Then on top of that, I couldn't bring myself. I got kids. I couldn't bring myself.
Yeah, I do too. Like it's hard.
But it's just like I guess he figures since Bitcoin, you can't really trace it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That's the way he's gonna do it. Oh, let me use the Bitcoin to pay or whatever the case may be.
Use Bitcoin. So yes. So
they wouldn't be tracked back to him, but he still ended up getting caught because the administrator for the website asked him for $5,000 more. He declined and said he wanted a refund. He said, "Oh, you want a refund? Oh, okay. We're going to notify law enforcement." But you see, the thing is that $20,000 that he paid.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Because the
scammers got it.
That's what I'm saying. You never want to get that back. Go on.
So the scammer was stealing.
Mm-hmm.
They turned around and told on the place on the.
There's no honor among thieves, man.
I know that. I'm gonna say, hold on, ain't y'all both in the streets? There's no snitching.
There's no honor among thieves because now you don't feel bad because you get to put somebody like that away, a disgusting person like that away.
But you're not honorable neither. You scamming money from good people.
I guess it's the greater of the two evils.
Mm.
But it like in the cryptocurrency aspect of this, it's like he thought he was gonna have a clean getaway.
Nah.
And it wasn't a clean getaway.
You got this grown man trying to off a 14-year-old kid, man.
And it's just ultimately disgusting that
I believe he wanted to be with that child, intimate. Parents found out.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you want to say I'm going to kill the kid? That's the $1 million question. Like,
it could be so much because I'm assuming something's wrong in his brain. So it could be on some if I can't have the child.
I can't have you, no one can.
Yeah, it could be on some stuff like that. They didn't really specify in the report, but it's just disgusting altogether. And it's like crypto is a force that does big aside is how it's used.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you could use it for good or you could use it for bad. So
it's money. It's the same thing about money. You use it good, you use it bad.
Yeah, but you see the thing about money's a little bit easier to trace. Because if he had paid in cash, they would have got him, his plea deal, all that, plus the money back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like crypto is a little bit more powerful in the way it's used.
I'm saying it's 40,000. I mean, that's what you say. It's $40. It's 40
Bitcoin.
40 Bitcoin at the time. 2015.
In 2015, 40 Bitcoin was approximately $20,000. Yes, and I wish I had 40 Bitcoin now. Oh man. Speaking of Bitcoin, there's a lot of rumors swirling around and stuff like that, and of whether it's going to go up, go down, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people have been trying to figure out: do they hop on the bandwagon? Do they start mining? Do they buy Bitcoin? Do they put their faith and trust in it? Real quick,
yeah.
In your terms, right? What's the halving? Man, I can't say halving process. But what does that mean?
The hash rate you trying to say?
No. Halving basically when the crypto like Bitcoin halves.
Oh, you mean when it splits?
They call it halving, but I guess you could say splits. Yeah.
I never saw a Bitcoin split before.
It happens approximately every 4 years, right? So basically,
when last time it split?
Which would be 4 years ago.
That was.
It's predicted to happen in March of this year. No, I lied. It's predicted to happen in March of 2024. That the halving cycle. So then the last time it split must have been in 2020.
2019 would be the split. That's 4 years ago.
It's expected to do the split 2024.
Oh, 2024.
So the last time.
Okay, I need to say. I need to say.
Yeah,
March.
that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. I lied.
How much is split between?
It usually splits by 50%. Or we gotta use a proper terminology. I don't know if it splits. It's halving.
Halving. So
I can't, because my accent, I can't really say it properly. Halving, but it's plural. So how can't even say it.
Let's see. Let's look it up. We live, man. That's how Bitcoin.
No. I just don't know how to say it properly, because I can't get my mouth to say it properly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, the most recent was in 2020.
2020.
So it cuts in half by 50%. So all the current Bitcoin right now is going to cut. So if there's 100 million Bitcoin out there, it's going to cut to 50 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna need more energy to make one Bitcoin versus how it was before. So if you was using 10 kilowatts for this hypothetical, like I'm saying, don't use the exact. If you were, say, for example, you was using 10 kilowatts to make one Bitcoin.
Are you talking about for mining purposes?
Just talking to create Bitcoin, right? To create Bitcoin, you need a certain amount of energy, right? When it halves, it becomes double that amount of energy than it was before, because now it half. You need double the energy to create with it. That's why it's going to be harder to create, basically. So being that's going to be harder to create, people expect the price to go up because it's going to be harder to acquire.
All right.
So according to CoinDesk.com, Bitcoin could reach $45,000 by Christmas, tagged in by Matrix Port. When Bitcoin's performance is positive in January, the rally tends to continue throughout the end of the year. So Matrix Report says the driver of the 2023 bull market could be the expected March 2024 Bitcoin halving cycle. So basically, they're saying that because everybody's anticipating next year, approximately in March, that is going to be halving, which is going to be harder to create Bitcoin, the prices might be being driven up by that, because people in their mind is like, okay, it's going to be even more valuable next year because it's going to be harder to create.
Yeah.
So let me get it right now while it's easy, and then when it goes up, then I can decide what I want to do, whether I sell or whatever, blah blah. So it's like a lot of people are putting faith into, okay, not only is it going up, it's showing you a more stable. Is it on the charts? Is becoming more stable. It's not just fluctuating all wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Like what was it? The other day you briefly hit 24,000, dropped down a little bit. It'll go down to 23,300. Then it go up to 23,500. It's not going from like 23 to 18 to 15 to 20. It's moving nice and steady. So that, accompanied with the fact that it's going to be halving next year, who knows? So does that change your opinion on things? Being that Bitcoin is going to be harder to get next year, do you think you should stock up on some Bitcoin right now?
I mean, you always want to stock up. So I heard that Bitcoin may reach 40 by almost summertime, spring, summer. I'm not guaranteeing it will, but that's what I heard. But like I said, it's a good projection because the way we see how the numbers are spiking, the project a comfortable projection of $45,000,
and it's been holding too. So people tend to say crypto is very volatile, which it is.
It is.
But it's been being steady, so it's kind of making more and more people comfortable. And like we said on the last live, the big investors, the one with the big bucks, they've been reaching in and grabbing handfuls of Bitcoin. Okay, I kind of like you now. Let me get some more. What did your cat say? Another one.
So Bitcoin is the only, even though it's volatile, it's the only one that turns from rags to riches overnight.
That's very true.
So you go from ashy to classy real quick.
Oh man, it's just like with everything going on now in the world and how government policies affect crypto, affect Bitcoin. Like last year, the interest rate went up. Like the federal interest rate in the U.S. went up
again. Yeah,
it went up I think it went up like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
they had to accommodate for all the stimuluses and et cetera, so on and so forth. So when that happens, it kind of messes with the flow of crypto. So being that they according to the census and stuff like that, the overall inflation rate went down a tad bit. Everything seems to Mr. Joe Biden says that his plan is working financially. So that's what the man said, it's working. So that is better for Bitcoin because the government policies and the interest rates, when they do put those in effect, it affects Bitcoin negatively. It affects crypto negatively. So all crypto in general. So when everything is moving along fine, there's not too much interest rate being raised and not too much policies being endured, even though they are trying to figure out a way to facilitate whatever they're trying to do, it's going to keep flowing. It's going to keep moving along nicely. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big question in every mind. Is Bitcoin going to keep going? Is it going to go like it was going before? Is it going to go up a little bit and stop? Is it going to go back to 68K? Is it going to surpass the 68K? How long is it going to stay up? There's so much questions that everybody has. But like I said before, if I see, and it's human nature.
Yeah.
If you see everybody going to get something, no matter how different you think you are, you're more inclined to go get that.
You want to join it. You want to join the herd.
Yeah, you want to be a part of the masses. So right now, everybody's going to get Bitcoin. They're going after Bitcoin. They're going after. So some people are buyers, some people are miners, some people are both. You know what I'm saying? And right now, not giving anybody any financial advice or anything like that, crypto, Bitcoin seem to be on the up and up.
Like I said, it's up 41%.
Yeah.
Like I said, 41%. Like I said, if you put a little bit of money in there, you up 41%. Again, like I'm out here.
because just last month, well, not last month, just this December of 2022, it was 16K.
Yeah.
So in less than 2 months, we're at 23K. So that is a significant jump. And if it continues along that path, then
crypto creates a lot of new millionaires out here.
Oh, tremendous amount.
When you start creating that new millionaires off this, that becomes the norm. So you gotta keep moving the goalposts back.
Nah, I feel like that's where like next year with the halving.
But like who's doing the halving? Like that's my question. I know
it's not who, it's a cycle. So approximately every 4 years it halves. Now, if you want to deep dive with that and put your tinfoil hat on, what's his name? Nakamoto.
To Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, the person, quote unquote, responsible for the person, people, group, quote unquote, responsible for creating Bitcoin, could be the ones that started that cycle. It could be something, as far as the algorithm, whatever the case may be, that go into that. Satoshi Nakamoto.
So halving is we got a message. Halving is when the amount of coin mined per block is cut in half.
Yeah.
So
it's
So like I asked at the beginning, so it's mining. It's not what you come out of pocket for. It affects the mining portion of it.
No, I didn't say buying. I said that whatever it takes to create that cuts in half, so it's harder to create.
It's hard to mine.
Yeah.
So the halving has to do with the mining.
But how does Bitcoin come about?
It's already. That's a good question. Like,
you got to mine it. So to create, it's the same thing. That's what I said. Making me wonder. I'm like, I said that. It's harder to create. Or if I'm not using the right terminology or aspects.
It's all right.
We learning out here. We getting there. So yeah. And that is that are people taking that into consideration? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's affecting the boost behind Bitcoin.
Like I said, it's hard to dictate where's the boost is coming from. Like I said, we all have our theories, and we had conversation about theories and say, yo, it could have been from the FTX thing. It could have been from
that's a fact. Yeah,
Elon Musk dumping a bunch of Bitcoin. It could be from different aspects.
Oh, hey, he's gonna feel that because about 75% of his Bitcoin he got rid of, and now it's going up, man. So because he isn't the golden rule, you buy low, sell high. He sold low.
I mean, yeah, you can have a fancy chart. Like, we could do a fancy chart and show you the spikes and based off of behavioral patterns. But yes, that's good to dictate stocks. It's easy to do. But when people try to do it with crypto, it's like, yo, you can't dictate the behavior.
You can't dictate the behavior, but you can see that. Okay, all right. So
you can see what's going on, but again, anything can happen overnight.
So, like for example, if I had the funds needed, right, and which would you rather buy a Bitcoin at? You rather buy it at 68,000 or you rather buy it 15,000?
15.
Okay, so that's the thing. So you're never gonna know because, like I said, it's highly volatile. It could be whatever. But if it's been dropping for a while, I'm gonna wait till it drops and it stays there for a while. Okay, go grab it. It raises up. It's just now that's the tricky part comes in. It's like when to sell, but as long as you make a return, it's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not giving nobody financial advice or anything like that. But it's just the way the world works.
I mean, it is. Like you said, I'm not knocking. Because you watch other YouTubers, they put the whole graph up and things like in that nature, and say, yo, like, cool. I could look at the prediction. I could predict it as well, looking at the trend over the last 5 years. But again, like I said, from December to January, December was at 16. They jump up 22, 23, 41% jump, right? Who's predict that? Who saw that coming?
Listen,
who honestly, like I said, I'm not here to issue any other YouTuber, but like, who sees that coming?
Because honestly, if they saw that coming, then they would have bought a ton, or they would have kept mining, even at a loss. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can really say they saw it. You could have risk analysis and a lot of different factors come in, but ultimately, even if somebody saw it, they didn't back it by putting their funds and their
assets looking at the data. Because looking at data, looking at numbers. You know, what's the saying? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Oh, I feel like they do sometimes.
So if you're looking at numbers strictly when it comes to crypto, looking at graphs, again, like I said, it's so difficult to like pinpoint and predict a behavior pattern in this industry.
Like, I feel like in my aspect, I've been taking the time out to learn a lot more about crypto and Bitcoin and everything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people are in it for like the quick cash grab to see like, okay, it's gonna go up, and like you said, it created a lot of millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some people that they've been holding it through the good times and the bad times. Because yeah, I guess it's your level of belief. Do you feel like it's gonna bounce back? Because there's a lot of things that go up and down. You know what I'm saying? But is it worthwhile? Will it survive? Does it have that type of shelf life?
If you talk to the older generation that has the money, the billionaires with the old money, they're gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you go f off. It's like it's not gonna work out. But when you look at it from with newer lens, 10 years in the game, it's gonna keep increasing in another 10 years, right? Then again, how do we like? I'm on the fence on that. I'm indifferent. I'm trying to put pieces of it, but I feel indifferent on this particular thing because you can't. Like I said, it's too new, too volatile, right? You're gonna trust old money. Once Bitcoin runs out, and they do have a timeline when it runs out, then what?
According to who?
According to
But that's what I'm saying, because it's like everything else. You know, you can reference somebody. Let me go to the creator. Let me go to the co-founder, whatever. We don't have nobody to go to, so nobody can say, okay, Bitcoin is this and Bitcoin is that, because if people knew, they would have seen everything coming and would have did everything differently, and they would have lost billions and hundreds of millions and whatever the case may be. Like the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, he was like, oh, crypto, Bitcoin especially, costs people billions of dollars and stuff like that. If there was somebody to address, if there was somebody to go to, like, you know, you can go to the creators of Ethereum, or Kadena and stuff like that. You can go. There's nobody to go to, so you can't alter anything, you can't change anything, you can't do anything. So that, I feel like that's the one big allure of Bitcoin, is like the mystery factor. Like you don't know, because say for example the creators of Ethereum was to say certain things or do certain things, like when they restructured
with the merger.
Yeah, when they did the mergers or whatever the case may be. Okay, people can say, okay, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, this is gonna happen, whatever. Like didn't it affect correct me if I'm wrong, didn't it affect GPU mining?
Yeah, GPU mining is useless.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So people knew all that stuff was gonna come. But Bitcoin, that's not there. So it's the mystery factor. It's like, yeah, you could knock me down, but I'm gonna move how I'm gonna move regardless, because you don't know what my next move is.
It makes it dangerous because you can't predict the next move.
It makes it dangerous, but it actually gives it a longer life, because you don't know. It could be tomorrow, or it could be 20 years from now. But and I feel like another big thing that comes into it is like, I had to really understand with things like Bitcoin and things of this nature. Like, there's a few people, maybe middle class, poor, or whatever the case may be, like the average Joe, that put money into it. But if you're a millionaire or billionaire, you can drop 2-3 million on Bitcoin, and it goes up, down, whatever. You can just hold if you want to. But like me, I can't afford to hold. So if it's going somewhere I don't like, I'm gonna have to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? But like somebody that has the means, you know what I'm saying? We got to look at it on every playing field. On the average Joe like myself, somebody that's a little bit more middle class might have a little bit of savings, and the wealthy folk that the wealthy folk that own all their assets. Because some people are wealthy, but gotta diversify and all that. But if I got an insurance policy from my great grandma, she left me something, and I got about 3 million. And I decide, okay, I'm gonna take 200,000 and hold in Bitcoin. I'm not really missing that as because I got a couple mil left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if all I got in the bank is about $5,000-$6,000, and I'm like, oh, Bitcoin doing good. Let me go ahead and get some Bitcoin. I mean, if it starts to go down, it's affecting me more tremendously than the big guys.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that I would figure like the old money be the ones to hold because they can afford to hold. Now, if they want to sell because they don't believe in it, that's different. But if you get somebody that's indifferent, like it doesn't matter, neither here nor there, because from what I see, a lot of wealthy people have different assets, whether real estate, this, that. You might want to have some Bitcoin as well. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start thinking about it on different levels. Like me, if it's sinking and I need the money, I need it. But if you OG lock and you got a whole bunch of money, like
but it's never been an even playing field when it comes to rich and poor. They just the rich do it, the rich get richer. If we do it, it's like we on a timetable.
We could get lucky and become a millionaire overnight, or
I gotta let go. I need some bread.
It's detrimental, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you have the money, you have the assets, you're not in danger of going bankrupt in whatever company you have, blah blah blah. You just let it sit there. It could go to $1. You just let it sit there and you bounce back, you'd be fine. But
I think if it start going down that low, people start getting rid of it.
But but that's what I'm saying. Like for example, Elon got rid of a good amount of it because it's kept getting. Because remember, he's supposed to be the crypto godfather and everything.
Yeah, he's the godfather of crypto.
And he had a tremendous amount. It was going down, so it was affecting him tremendously. For whatever reason, he couldn't hold. Maybe he got stuff split up or whatever. Blah blah blah. He got rid of 75% of it. He kept some. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just like, what's your game plan when it comes to crypto? Because when Bitcoin was down, some people turned off their miners, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people turn off their miners. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not profitable.
It's not profitable. It costs too much instead of that, whatever. But some people kept that going through the whole time.
Kept them fans spinning.
Again, and they're getting paid for it now. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on the image. Like the deeper point is like when it comes to Bitcoin in general, it's like, what's the game plan? Because if you just into it for the fad, like okay, let me run it up right now, blah blah blah. There's people from the whole thing came out that's still holding. It could have went up, down, left, right, and they're still holding it. You know what I'm saying? It's just depending on what's your vision for it. And it's not like the other cryptocurrencies because somebody would put out something, oh yeah, the merger is coming. Everybody's talking about the merger. We don't got nothing to go to anybody for Bitcoin. Joe, that's a fact.
That is a fact, Joe.
That's a fact. Joe said only put in what you can lose. Don't rely on your investment. Yeah, so like that's perfect because the rich folk that got, or wealthy folk, or people that's got money laying around that don't need it, they're not gonna miss it either or.
So the question comes to how much can you how much are you willing to lose? What's your threshold?
I'm willing to lose if I okay, put it like this. My family good, kids is good, everything like that.
Yeah, he's up there. 87 degrees today, fellas. It was like
it's like 4 degrees, right?
Hold on, right now it's 7 degrees, man. We got an Arctic chill right now.
Ain't it supposed to be negative or something like that?
Negative at 6 p.m. Negative. They're gonna drop the negatives. Look, Joe serving rubber today.
Okay, we can flip it in. We can flip it though. We got the perfect temperature of mine in though. No humidity. No humidity. So it's pros and cons to everything. Just like with Bitcoin, it's pros and cons. But I feel like this is my opinion.
Yeah, then how much you willing to lose?
As long as everything else is good.
What's the price point? Yeah, are you willing to lose 200, 300, 400? Oh, it's about I could pay 5,000. I'm willing to lose.
Okay, how much money do I have? You gotta give me a certain amount. How much money do I have?
That's on you. Like, how much you got saved away?
No,
you average Joe.
No, I ain't trying. Just give me an amount. Give me a general amount.
So average. So
how much money do I have? Right
if you did your savings, right, it's supposed to be how long did it take for you to save a 1 month's paycheck?
No, bro. What I'm saying is, right. Give me an amount. Do I got 50 in the bank? Do I got 20 in the bank? Do I got 30K in the bank? Give me an amount.
So if you got 30K in the bank, how much you willing to lose?
20K.
So you okay eating off of 10K?
Yeah, easily. So that's what I'm saying. But you might be able to go down to, you only want to save to 5K back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people might be different how they want, but like I said, when it comes to this whole crypto verse that I'm learning is like you said, how much am I willing to lose?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't rely on what Joe said. Only put in what you can lose.
Yeah.
So if my mortgage paid off, kids graduated college, family good, everything good, I'm still doing my whatever. I got 30K saved up. I want to keep 10K back. The only reason why I want to keep 10K back is you never know what emergencies could come up.
But is that so that makes no sense. If 30K is your only thing you have left, right?
30K is my little stash away.
It's your stash away.
Yeah, I'm still working. I'm still getting bread by other means. You know what I'm saying? This is just like these investors. They still get money by other means.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, just in case, a little rainy day, I got 10K left. But I'm willing to put more because it's just sitting there.
You got more money coming back in.
Yeah, more money's come back in. Now, if that was the only thing I had, I'm not putting up nothing.
Just mind and hold.
See, and I like that, especially with Bitcoin, because the unknown, yo, man, my boy Joe, hey man, what's good, Joe? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did mention that. There's people that cut their miners off when Bitcoin went down, and there's people that kept the fans spinning,
kept mining,
and held on to it.
Especially if you have multiple passes of income, like you might be taking a loss here, but getting a plus over there, or even if you were taking a loss, you just like, yo, I believe, and guess what? Boom, it starts to trickle up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm kind of in love with Bitcoin, man. Like it's just, you don't know what you're gonna get, man. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. So
I feel like that goes into it, and then like it becomes more than just an investment. It now becomes like more like a hobby, like a lifestyle, because you're riding with it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I got engaged. It's like, yo, we in this for the long haul, shorty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you on that one.
So, and that's the thing about Bitcoin, man. I love the mystery factor. Now, is not to say they don't come with its rough parts. Like when you're mining and stuff like that. There's a lot to go into. Like for example, Joe was talking about the high humidity where he is. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different factors. You got to get certain things to keep it cooling and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But if you believe you're gonna make a way, and keep it a buck. Let's keep it real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin has it's highly volatile, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it can make you rich overnight.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what a lot of people are holding on to. Yeah. It's like, okay, this could do it for me. Is Ethereum going to do that for me?
No.
Is Cardano going to do that for me? Bitcoin has a potential. So as long as it has a potential and people see that and feel that, man, I've been kind of like soul riding with the Bitcoin a little bit, folks.
On that note, everyone, before we go, we do have a Telegram group. Make sure you follow. Make sure you join the Telegram account. We talk about prices on miners. We get prices on miners in there. We talk it up. I may pop in there. KPGE may pop in there. Mm-hmm. Ask us questions. Ask the team questions. Like, make sure you join our Telegram. It's pinned into the comment section. Mm-hmm. Like I said, make sure you join the group. Like I said, it's going to be fun. Maybe we can talk crypto. We can talk what's going on. Everything on with crypto. Not everything on, but everything going on with crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to speak some little politics in there? I mean, yes, no, depends. Who's in the group? Who's monitoring the group? Like I said, we could dive deep in there. Other than that, again, like, share, subscribe,
turn the notification bell on.
Turn the notification bell on, of course. And make sure, like I said, you follow us, man. Like I said, we're going to keep growing. We're going to have a new setup next week with a new camera.
We got that good camera coming in, man.
I'm charging it now. I'll make sure it's charged overnight.
Testing it, make sure it works and everything like that.
So, everyone, this has been a Crypto Fix. I'm your man, Ed.
It's your boy, KPGE.
And we are out. Peace.
Take care, folks. That like button.
Definitely.
Boom, 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 boom.